Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS, Great Millstone, who were well. Honors to you fellow brothers out there kicking his word in all sincerity and diligence and truth. Now, we have Jake out here that's advocating for Esau or Edom. Now, you will kind of expect Jake to wake the hell up and know who their enemies are in these last days, man. With this whole Black Lives Matter, I can't breathe bullshit that's going on out there. You know, you will think that Jake will wake up. Now you have some of our people that are protesting. You got Jake rising up and, basically getting down on Esau, but you still have a lot of our people that are still advocating for this devil, man. You know, if the white man can't make it into heaven, I don't want to go to heaven. If the white man ain't massa, I don't want to be in the kingdom of heaven, man. That's the mentality of white people. Now, you have a lot of Jakes that are joining hands with Esau, you know, basically saying, how can we all make a change? It doesn't start with the so-called white man. It starts with the black community, which the Lord's going to destroy all that, man. The Lord said when he comes back, and all those that are joining hand with the devil, they're going to fall by the sword. They're going to be thrust through, all right? Because you see this man's kingdom falling, and yet Jake is going to fall with this man because he loved Esau more than the Most High, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Okay, he refuses to hearken unto the words of the prophets. Now, this video right here on World Star Hip Hop, it goes into these Jakes basically delivering the devil from receiving punishment. Now, let me go ahead and play it.
The powerful picture of a black protester carrying a white man to safety is going viral on social media at the moment. This all happened during clashes on Saturday between Black Lives Matter demonstrators and far-right groups in London. Patrick Hutchinson says he picked the man up after noticing he was injured and carried him to police nearby to keep him safe. For more on this pretty unforgettable image, I'm joined by CNN's Salma Abdulaziz at London's Waterloo Station, where these clashes broke out on Saturday. It really is an amazing image. Tell us more about the man and his motives.
That's exactly right, Michael. And those steps just behind me there is actually where this whole scene unfolded. There were right-wing demonstrators clashing with supporters of the Black Lives Matter movement. Now, the Black Lives Matter movement had actually canceled demonstrations for the weekend, but Patrick Hutchinson says he knew that there would be young supporters of the movement that would come out, that they could potentially get into trouble, and that he wanted to act as a peacekeeper. Take a look at our interview. Is this you in the photograph?
Yes, that is me in that photograph.
Can you describe to me what's happening in this picture?
My friends and I sort of put a cordon around this.
Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 15. Everyone that is found through shall be thrust through by the sword, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Let me read that one more time. Isaiah 13 and 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Right. You have these Jakes out here that are so-called woke. They're really not woke, man. See, if that was another scenario and you had a so-called black man that was on the floor, you think these Edomites will help you out? Hell no, man. You know? This is why the Lord said when he comes back, he's not coming only for the wicked of these different nations. He's coming for the wicked of our own people. Because the Lord said, turn back unto me, and you're going to receive healing. You're going to receive healing, and you're going to receive rest for your feet. But you have a lot of our people that advocate for the devil, and they advocate for this kingdom. You know, they want to be insolitary, if I said that right. They want to be at one with Esau or Edom, man. You know, it's not like they want to be the new powers, but they want to mix in. They want to have the same equal rights as these Edomites, man. They want to be treated the same. Meanwhile, you have the Most High out here crying out by the way of his prophets saying, come back. Yet they refuse to come back. This is why the Lord's going to kill a lot of our people. We don't pray for a lot of our people, man. We don't pray for these Jakes out here. We know that the Lord said that our people go beyond the wicked to do wickedness, man. And this is the prime example, you know. Unbelievable, man. So meanwhile, while this is happening, you might look at this, you might be like, these damn Jakes, man. Check this out. Now, in the meanwhile, you have Esau using this Black Lives Matter, I can't breathe, all this chaos that's going on in Babylon, order out of chaos, to use this as hunting season for you Jakes out there, man. You know?
So how do you know we don't live here? How do you know we don't live here?
No, you don't.
How?
Okay. Like how fucking with you?
How?
I don't think.
Yeah, because we've been residents of this area. That's how we know where this is.
I'm gonna take you out.
I used to live down the street.
You hear that? I'm going to take you out first. So Esau's not listening, man. When you seize you so-called black people, all right, you so-called Mexican, Native American, the first thing that comes to mind is for him to run in his house and grab his sword, all right? That's the first thing that comes to these Edomites' mind, because they don't like you. Get that into your thick skull. These damn white devils don't like you, man. And this all goes back to the birth of Esau and Jacob. When Esau came out, you know, he was rejected, all right? As Joshua, he was red, but yet Jacob received the blessing. And this is why Esau still has that hatred that he has to this very day. All right, so this is Genesis 27 verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob. Right, so the so-called white man, he hates you tribes out there, man. And, you know, words can't teach our people. Adversity has to teach them. This is why the Lord is using the so-called white man as a damn whipping stick for you tribes out there, man. Speaking of the devil. All right, so reading on. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And what's that blessing? The new rulers of the new kingdom to come. All right, so we're going to have rulership over these different nations. And Esau hates that, you know. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. And that's what Esau has in his very mind to this very day. And this is all systematic racism, all right? When these different nations, when they come to America, they're given the opportunity to get these businesses and to set up, all right? Next thing you know, they become millionaires. They somehow become these rich people. Yet we still have the tribes out here that haven't gotten a single penny. Yet we don't want any pennies. We don't want these fake monetary gains, man. These FRNs. The real solution is going to be when the kingdoms is set up and the Esau is a slave. And that's what these Edomites are afraid of. So it says, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Right, man. And you Jakes out there, you don't know that you've been in Jacob's trouble from the time that you came in Babylon. And this is why when you get pulled over, the first thing that comes to your mind is to run, you know, because you don't have any rest. You don't have any, you don't have any place of safety in this place, man. Concerning the curses. Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 6. I will send him against a hypocritical nation. Matter of fact, let me start at verse. I'll start at verse 5 just to get the point. O Assyrian, the rod of my anger, and the staff in their hand is my indignation. This is why when you go to Psalms, King David prayed that we should be delivered out of the hands of the wicked, which is the Lord's sword, and Esau is the sword of the Most High. This is why we can't feel sorry for Jakes out here when they get shot down, you know, because that's the Lord bringing that hell upon our people, man. It says, for O Assyrian, the rod of my anger, and the staff in their hand is my indignation. So the wrath that the so-called white man has, that's the wrath for the Most High. I will send him against an hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread him down like the mire of the streets. That's right. That's right, man. And the so-called white man, he's not going to change, man. You know, the scripture said the Ethiopian cannot change his spots, or the lion, the leopard cannot change his spots, so the so-called white man cannot change his wickedness. This is why he's placed on the earth, to be the whipping stick. He's a physical manifestation of self-destruction. And this is why everywhere he goes, he basically destroys everything, man. You know, the next thing that he's looking for are you Jakes. All right, you 2/3 of our own people, man, in and out of this truth. Because we have a lot of demons in this truth perpetrating as men of the Lord. You're not going to escape the judgment of the Most High, all you demons out there, man. All right, all you that came up against the prophets, all you that slander the man of the Lord, you're right, you haters of the cross, the Lord has the judgment for every single last one of you guys, man. Because in these last days, you're going to have a lot of our people seeking the prophets, you know. When everything happens, they're going to be seeking the prophets, man. This is why the Lord said a man should be more finding than precious gold, more precious than fine gold. because of the wisdom that he's going to have, and because of the oil that's going to be burning in his lamp. You're going to have those foolish virgins that are going to be seeking that oil, and they're going to be, we don't have anything for you, man. Go ahead and go to them that buy and sell. Jeremiah chapter 15 and verse 3. And this thing is deadly serious, man. It's a life and death situation. We know there's a lot of you clowns out there that take this thing as a joke to your own destruction. Isaiah chapter 15 and verse 3. Then the Lord said unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be towards this people. Cast them out of my sight, and let them go forth. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then shalt thou tell them, thus said the Lord, such as for death to death, and such as for the sword to the sword, and such as for the famine to the famine, and such as for captivity to the captivity. And we see the Lord bringing these things to pass, man. We got these concentration camps. All right, we got these biblical famines that are coming, you know. We got these UN troops that are going to be storming down your neighborhoods, knocking down your doors, all right? You know, putting you in a chokehold, throwing you in that truck and sending you out to a concentration camps, man. This is what's going to befall 2/3 of our people. And then they're going to realize that everything that we have been saying is true. But it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late, man. Verse 3. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, said the Lord, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and to destroy. You see that? That's what the Lord has set up for our people, man. For as for his men, I believe it says that, I'm not going to get the precept, but I believe it says that in Isaiah chapter 45, my servant shall eat and my servant shall drink. Okay? The Lord always makes a way for his true man to survive, especially in these times, man, that we're coming in. The Lord's really going to need to be on your side if you're going to make it through this, man. If the Lord's not on your side, if you have been trusting in man, if you have been trusting in your clout and the numbers and the followers and all that shit that you have, guess what, man? Your ass is going to be destroyed in these last days, man. But those that have truly been trusting in the Lord, the house of David, all right? Those are going to be protected, the elect. So that's what's coming upon our people, man, just great death and destruction. And when we see these things happening, we glorify the Lord because we fear the Lord. And knowing the fear of the Lord, we persuade men, all right? So, hey, with that, shalom.
So why are you pointing a gun at us?
Hey, yo, call the police.
For real.
Call the police now.
Call them. You gonna shoot me for calling the cops? Call them right now. Okay.
Come on, listen.
Telling me he's brandishing a firearm, pointing it directly at us.
I don't know. I ain't trying to get this man to get trigger happy.
I mean,
Keep your hands up.
you'll go to jail.
ahead,
You'll go to jail for.
Just go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and shoot somebody. Go ahead and shoot somebody.
You'll definitely go to jail for shooting.
Oh, you'll do road
You're in a
time.
private drive. You'll definitely go to jail for shooting me. I'm a federal officer. You'll definitely go to jail for shooting me. You're in a private drive. You will definitely go to jail.
Actually, the private property sign is all the way up your driveway.
Where do you live?
Just so you know, sir.
You heard what I said.
Your private property sign is right up there.
Did you hear what I said? This is a private drive.
That's the private property sign right up there.
When you came in this,
I didn't see a sign.
there was no sign.
I didn't see no signs.
There was no sign.
All right, with that, shalom.